Hey guys, my name is Rayo Daniel, and what I want to do in this video is to show you and tell you and instruct you on exactly how you can get a GoHighlevel account for free without having to pay for it and have your clients be able to cover all those expenses for you, and how you can basically start your own software as a service business with little to no money out of pocket. So before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. I really do appreciate your support. It helps me grow this channel and support people like you. So let's get started here. So right now, if you don't know, if you click on the link in this video, you'll see that I have a free free course that I offer with the GoHighlevel software. Now, this free course teaches you 8 different ways on how you can actually make money with GoHighlevel. But in this presentation, I'm really only going to show you one, because one is all you need. So right now, the purpose of this video is to show you how to get GoHighlevel account 100% for free. Okay, so I'm a person that loves to be able to fulfill on what I say. I have a high level of integrity, and I will show you how you can get high level software for free. But before I get started here, I want to make sure that you understand. Click on the link, sign up for the free course that I have, and inside that you're going to get access to this course right here, the SaaS Jumpstart course, among many. There's going to be several of these that you're going to get access to, but the SaaS Jumpstart course is one I want you to focus on, because inside of this course, not only is it going to have an introduction, why SaaS is important, like what is SaaS and software as a service, and why is that important. It's going to go over some of the high level plans if you don't already know, and make sure that you understand those. I'm going to be covering the basic plan in this video here. And then if you want to set up a strategy call with me, you can set up a strategy call with me. But the biggest things that I want you to understand is how to basically use the GoHighlevel software to start your business and to get your account for free. And what we're going to do to get that and accomplish that goal is we're going to actually be focusing on websites, building websites for customers that you have. And I'm going to show you inside my course here, there's going to be a client prospecting tool. I'm going to show you how GoHighlevel gives you that tool to prospect for new clients. I even have in here Google Maps, show you the basics about how to prospect on Google Maps. And I'm going to do a little bit of that in this particular video and show you how you would do that. But I'm going to give you a full tutorial in my course, as well as being able to sit back. This video was so large and it took so long for me to do. You're probably going to need 3 to 4 hours to go through just the website course alone to go through this, but it's going to show you how to build a website, how to sell a website, how to do all of that stuff. But this is going to be the key. All you need is just one thing to get into a business, one thing to help get that connection to a business started, to get them paying you monthly recurring revenue every month. And from that monthly recurring revenue, I'm going to then in the course show you how to build on that and add more and more value with the features inside the GoHighlevel platform. But there are a ton of features inside GoHighlevel. I'm not going to show all of those on this video. I'm going to focus strictly on websites and show you how, just with the free trial that you get inside of GoHighlevel, how can you get a client, get the GoHighlevel account set up, and then actually get the client paying you before your trial even ends, and then your customer is basically paying for any of the software subscription fees that you have, and you will still have additional room in your account to add more clients, which is going to give you an additional revenue every single month on top of what the software costs. So this is how you're going to get it for free. You're going to attract a client, you're going to get a client. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then the client is going to pay for that software subscription. So before we get started here with all this stuff here, what I want to do is just quickly go over, change the screen, and show you what the high level plan is that we're going to be talking about here. Now, GoHighlevel has several plans, and I don't want you to sit back and really get involved with any of the higher level plans. What I want you to focus on is this plan right here, the blue one that says starter. I want you to focus on the starter plan only. It is $97 a month. And I met with the founders of GoHighlevel Software. I met with them at one of the conferences, and I actually talked to them about specifically this starter plan. And they said this starter plan they created, that they didn't just create this. There's no limitations on this starter account other than you're only allowed 3 accounts, 3 clients inside of this account to start with. Now, keep in mind, one of those clients is going to be your business. So your business is going to take one of it. You're going to have a second client that's going to pay for the software subscription. And then the third client is going to bring you monthly recurring revenue profit every single month. And whenever you get that, I'm going to show you then how to upgrade to a future plan that's going to allow you to unlock your account and add unlimited number of accounts inside of your plan. But right now, I don't want you to worry about any of these other higher level plans, the features, any of this other stuff right now. I want you to focus on just letting you know that the first plan is $97 a month. It covers 3 sub accounts, which means, again, your business and then 2 other businesses, 2 other clients that you can add into that business, paying you a monthly recurring revenue. Okay, so that right there is the very basic plan. So right now, how do you begin finding these particular people? Now, if you take my course, Hey, real quick, guys, if you're looking to start your own software company, then click on my free course in the link below. I'm going to teach you 8 ways that you can start your own software company very easily with no money out of pocket, no experience, and absolutely no tech skills. Check it out. Click the link below, and let's get back to the video. So one of the things that you're going to go over in the basics, I think it might be in the introduction course here, but what you're going to get is you're going to get this little file right here. It's called Industries to Target. And if you open this up, what I've given you is about like 30 or 35 different niches or specialties that you can begin targeting. Now, it's great if you can target a niche that you already have some experience with. That's perfect. That works very well. But if not, then pick one that you feel most comfortable talking to and give them a call. So right now, if you take a look here, we're going to see chiropractors, dentists near me, landscapers, med spas, massage therapists, plumbers near me. I'm actually going to focus on the plumbers near me for this example here, because I want to show you an example of this and then how you can begin using this to find people really quick on Google Maps and start targeting people to give them a call, send them an email, and let them know that, hey, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I wanted to go on your website to find out about your services, but you didn't have a website listed. Oh yeah, we've been trying to get a website listed, blah, blah, blah. And this is where you're going to come in and say something like, hey, I've already built you a website for free. Would you have 15 minutes later on in the day where we can have a Zoom call and I can show you what that looks like? And if you like it, then I'm going to give that to you. You're right. You heard me right. I said give it to you. Because right now you want to get people for free. You can always charge people later, but right now you're trying to suck people in. You're trying to get them into your funnel, if that makes sense, or get them into your business lead pipeline. And you want to sit back and make sure that they are going to join you on a call, that you can show them what this is like. They're going to agree to the website. And then that's when you're going to introduce your service, where you're going to start charging them every month for your website. Let's take a quick look at that. So again, inside of my training course, this is the little file right here in the introduction that you can look at. So if you go into Google and you type plumbers near me, now I'm just looking here in this particular area. One of the things you're going to notice over here on the left-hand side, and I'm going to move myself here because I'm looking at the different side of the screen here. I don't want to be in front of the text, but you're going to see a bunch of businesses. You're going to see this little red Google guaranteed. You could try to call those people, but I really wouldn't recommend it because these people are paying for higher level services. They're paying Google for ads at this point. And if that's the case, they may already have a website set up, or notice that there's no websites here. Most likely they do, but this has to deal with a different type of service that Google offers. What I want you to do is focus on those ones that don't have this Google guaranteed on it right now. So just come down here, look at this. Notice at Kirkwood Plumbing, if we come here, that they have a little button that says website. If we come over and just take a look real quick at this particular website, we see it's a pretty nice looking website. It has their phone number, a little chat widget over here. So, this company's obviously been in business. They've got a company, probably designing their software. So this may not be a great person to go through off the bat. What you want to look at is you want to look at people over here on this side of the business without a website button. So that's what you're looking for. Notice over here, well, whatever that is, over here on the side does not have a website button. So here you have this business, M&S Plumbing, and directions. You've got a call share, but they don't have a website. 10 years in business. Look at that. Look at this, people. 10 years in business. Okay, and they got 68 reviews, which is fairly decent at 4.5, but 10 years in the business, and they do not have a website. Now, this right here is where you come back and really have to I wouldn't say harp, but just when you contact the people, let them know just how important a website is. Google will rank you higher inside of the Google My Business listings if you have a website listed. Google wants to see that you have a website listed because a website offers additional information to a consumer or customer about your services and allows them to explore your business a little bit more before having to call you on the phone and talk to you about the services, because really people don't want to call you. They would probably rather pass on you. Go to the next person here on the list that does have a website, look at their services and see if there's something that they have that matches what their needs are. But they don't really want to call, because guess what happens when you call? The person's going to want to try to sell you a service. They're going to want to try to keep you on the phone and explain all the services to you and things like that. Well, they may not even be available at that point. The business may not even answer the phone at this point. I mean, here's one of the things, it's another feature of GoHighlevel, but it's called the missed call text back that you can upgrade and sell them to later. But this right here, 60% of all businesses don't answer the phone or do not return a voicemail. That's a statistic to Google. 60% of businesses don't do that. Now, I'm not going to focus on that initially. This is something once you get in with a website and you convince them that they can get a website from you for free and then start paying you every month for it, then you can introduce additional services like the missed call text back and some other features that I have inside of my training course that you can upsell and increase that value of that monthly subscription to the customer every single month. So again, the ones that you're looking for are the accounts over here that do not have a website button. Notice that this one has a website. This business does not have a website. So they've been in business for 10 years. This would be a prime customer to call, to sit back and say, well, hey, I built you a website. a very good website, and I'd like to sit back and give it to you if you're open to it. Do you have 15 minutes where I can show it to you? And if you like it, I can give it to you and we can talk about it. So that right there is kind of your beginning, speech or spiel, if you will, when you call them up and you sit back and just say, hey, I noticed you don't have a website. I built you one and I'm willing to give it to you for free. Well, people will listen to what you have to say because they understand, businesses understand, hey, if you're going to give me a website for free, yeah, I'll take 15 minutes out of my day and listen to you and hop on a Zoom call so you can show me what you built. And then from there, if you're going to offer to me for free, they know that there's going to be something involved with it, but they want to at least see what you built. So, and again, if you sit back and take a look, notice that several of these other companies already have websites. This is where you can simply look at it. So some of these websites like this one, if you take a look, they already have a lot of reviews. One of the things that I've noticed, like this one at 1,700 reviews, very good, but this is Roto-Rooter. It's a national company. But one of the things that it is some of these companies with very low reviews, you might have to scroll down a bit further. These might be ones that are not initially at the top part of the screen. You might have to scroll down further and further, like this Or Plumbing Services. It looks like they have 54 reviews. If you look at that and open up their website, notice that their website goes to a Facebook page. Well, that's not really a website. You could do that, but being connected to a Facebook page is not really a website. So this would be another good person that you can call. And a lot of people put their Facebook page as their website because at least it provides more information. Well, right now, if you, again, keep scrolling down here, you'll see this all services, sewer and drain cleaning kind of thing. Offer them a website. Do things like that. And then this is how, if you make, just a law of averages, if you call 10 people, you're going to be getting one of those people, probably at least, 3 of those people on average to give you to set up a 15-minute phone call to show you what the website looks like. So some of the statistics I wanted to also show you on this one here, and I'm bouncing around a little bit, but over here, it says that statistically, this is just something that I've found on Google, 28% of all small businesses do not have a website. 28%. Out of the hundreds of thousands of websites. And again, this right here is just the plumbers near me. If you wanted to do this, you could do plumbers near, let's just say, Washington, D.C. I might not have spelled that right. But if you wanted to, you can simply put plumbers near Washington, D.C., plumbers near Atlanta, Georgia, plumbers near Santa Fe, New Mexico, plumbers near, take your pick. I mean, you could prospect in any market that you want to from Google and just simply, quickly look at it. Okay, website. I'm looking for people that don't have a, that don't have a website. Or if you have time, like right here, here's this Joseph Barr Inc. Plumbing. They have 5 reviews, which is pretty bad. They've been in business. Look at this, people. 10 years they've been in business. How can you be in business for 10 years and only have 5 reviews on your business? Again, review management is another upsell that I teach you in my course that can get you more money every month from the customer. But these people need a website. They need to build a website. They need to have a point of presence where they can show what their services are, what they do, and you're the person to be able to provide that for them. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, that's fine, Ray, but I'm not a website developer. I don't know how to do all that crap. That's not me. Don't worry about that. I'm going to show you how easy with HighLevel it is to do this. Okay, so one of the things I also want to show you here is just Googling some of the things like Google Statistics. If you take a look at this, without a website, customers can't learn more about the business and won't be on your radar. Okay, these are the things that you need to sit back and look at when you talk to a particular client. If you don't have a website, people can't find out about your business and your services, what you have to offer, your pricing or anything. So they're going to pass on you and go to your competitor before they even call you, which means that you're losing customers that you don't even know that you're getting because you don't have a website. They're not even going there. So these are just things that you can sit back and make sure you bring up to somebody. And I'm going to close these tabs out here because I'm really done with them at this point. But again, with Google, this is the great thing. You can prospect in any market that you want. Your local market, remote markets. Now, just think about this real quick. If you sign up for HighLevel, and let's just say you do get a free trial for a couple weeks to get this thing going, what I'm talking about here, it would take you, let's just say, one day to go through all of my training that I have on the course regarding the SaaS Jumpstart program, teaching you about how to prospect, how to go through Google Maps, how to go through the website, how to propose that, how to build it. I go over a bunch of that in the training inside of HighLevel. I'm going to go over it very briefly here in this video, but it's going to go over all of that. So in one day, if you take one day to go through the training, and if you do this like on a Friday, you can spend like the entire Saturday going through the course, training yourself how to do this. And then, Sunday, you can start looking up statistics like I did on Google about websites and businesses and how beneficial it is, and have some sort of ammunition when you talk to people about, statistics of how important websites are to your local business and how much business you're losing because you don't have a website. You can go through all that. And then Monday, you start calling, whether it be part-time or whatever, you start calling, you start contacting people about building them a free website and getting them on a Zoom call Again, Zoom is free up to, I think, 40 minutes or so. But so you can have a 20-minute Zoom call for free. You don't need to pay for it here. So you can get a Zoom call, show them the site, see if they're interested. And I'm going to kind of go over how you do that here in just a little bit. But that right there is the basis of it. And again, the SaaS Jumpstart course, if you sit back and take a look at it here, you're going to go over, all the stuff that you get: Google Maps, websites, the website chat widget, reputation management, missed call text back, database reactivation. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to teach that to you. How to do even social media management. If you're doing anything, you can actually take over a business social media management. There's a whole tool inside of HighLevel for doing that. How to build local SEO, how to set them up. You can even charge them for this, a one-time fee, and then set them up on a monthly recurring for this, and charge them every single month. You can even do WordPress sites inside of HighLevel. So these are all the things that I teach you how to do inside of this, and then just some other training about basic business and things like that. But you don't need to worry about that initially. I only want you to worry about the websites. I want you to be concerned with getting in with the website. This is what you're going to take a look at here. This is the video that you're going to take a look at and see. It's going to train you 3 or 4 hours. You're going to be good to go, and you're going to understand everything about websites with the HighLevel platform. But I really wanted to show you in this video how easy it is to do this. Now, if you sit back and look at a website, we're going to go into here. This is one of our demo accounts inside of HighLevel. This is what it looks like. It has a bunch of different tools over here. I'm not going to blow your mind and go through all the tools, because really at this point, it will probably blow your mind with all the things that you get. You get all this, by the way, all these things in here, from the calendars, contacts, the CRM system, the pipelines, the online payments, the marketing where you get the funnels, websites, email templates, things like that, the automations and the workflows. You get all of that for $97 a month. That is what you're shooting for. The $97 a month plan, get one customer and then have them start paying you $97 a month. Boom, now your software cost is covered. And you can do that in just a few days using what I'm going to be teaching you here and in my course. So again, here's a website. We're going to sit back and click on new website. This is how easy it is to do this inside of HighLevel. We're going to click on new website. Now we're not going to do this from a blank. We're not going to create this from scratch. We're going to come over here to the template area. We're going to click on continue, and we're going to see that, look at all these different categories that you have over here. Automotive, beauty, fashion, creative, home services, legal, marketing agency, real estate, restaurant, travel, hospitality, all these different things that you get that you can choose from. You can come up here and just simply search. Let's just say if you want to do plumbing, you have this nice little page. If you take a look here, this is a preview. And if you take a look, I don't want to hover over it and mess it up, but this is what they call a Linktree page. If you're familiar with Linktree and how to use Linktree, this is a quick Linktree page that you can build so that plumbers can use this Linktree page on their social media sites, because Linktree costs now. If you really want to use the advanced version of it, Linktree costs every month. Well, your client doesn't need to pay for that. You can give that to them here. But here's a couple of other templates that you can particularly use. And I'm going to zoom back out so we can see them. Plumbing, plumbing works, plumbing appointments, plumbing solutions. So right now what I'm going to do is just use this plumbing works. I'm going to choose this template, and I'm just going to click on continue. Notice it's going to be adding a template here. It's going to do all the work for you. And here's all that you have to do. So when you sit back and get this particular page built, now you have a website built from a template inside of HighLevel. So once you do this here, and sometimes you might have to give it a little bit, you might have to click the refresh button just to kind of refresh the page on here. Sometimes whenever you do that, you do need to do that. So here, if you take a look, and again, when you are building the websites, I don't want you to do a full website build. Okay, what I want you to do is just simply do the home page only. Okay, this home page. And what I want you to do is I want you to come over here and look at this brand logo. Okay, so I just want you to sit back and use one of the templates, put their logo on the site, and that's it for right then. That's how easy this is. Now, I'm going to scroll out a little bit here so we can see all this. So inside of here, if you scroll down on the right-hand side, over here, you're going to see an area where you say image options. Okay, where you see the brand logo. Now I'm going to click on this, and I'm just going to choose, I'm going to scroll out. I'm going to just choose a logo that I already have uploaded here. And this right here is going to be one that I can use, that I already have inside of my media library. So right now I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can refresh that to get that to populate here. Sometimes when you refresh the image, it doesn't always pop back up. But right now, let's go ahead and see if we can preview that and see if we can look at it in the preview. Okay, so obviously we've got some kind of a problem here with this. Let's do this again. So we come down here to this, select the logo. So that should be all that we have to do. Optimize load. So this right here, again, is a template. I just want to show you. If we scroll down, notice how good it looks. You can change these colors. You can change, if you click on this area right here, notice that the background color over here on the right, over here, and I'm going to switch myself back over to the left side here so I can see this side over here. Sorry for back and forth. But this background color, you can click on this and easily change it to anything that you want. This button, if you click on this button, so it's just click, you click on it, and then you come over here and you can change the color of this. You can scroll down and change the text on it from scheduled appointment to whatever. And you can actually set up the subtext if you want to set, just joking here, just button. We are very good. So you can actually set up a little subtext on there, and you can have it go here to a different scheduling page and go to a calendar if you want to. But just to let you know, this is kind of what you're looking for. You're not looking to do any more for a client other than to do this and to actually sit back and add this, logo area to it. Add this little brand logo here. I'm not sure why it's not working right now. But if you take a look here, all of the other stuff is already pre-populated. You might want to fix this image. This is something that if we upload from media library. So this right here, you might have to look at it. You might even have to come here, and if you want to delete this, come here and add an element. You might have to add the image back again and come here and just choose a different image and add it back again. So again, not sure why that isn't working. But this right here is basically to show you how well this website looks like. Look at it. I mean, you don't have to design anything. This image behind it all looks good. So this is what you're giving the client. You're going to change this logo, put the logo up in here, and it's going to look good. They're going to see this. All the text, you can worry about that later. At this particular point, once you get them to commit to looking at it. But all you're going to do is just put their logo here, maybe put their logo down at the bottom. If there's an area where it's a scheduled appointment, you might want to come here, and if you come back to, let's come back to this area and come back to, look at this business area. I'm just not sure this plumbing company. Let's just say that this is the phone number for this. So we can use this phone number. We can come here to the button, and maybe we can sit back and put the phone number down here. So now they put the phone number. That might be a good little touch to sit back and add their phone number, schedule an appointment, and have a call button up in here if you want to as well. All these things are very easy to do inside of HighLevel. You just simply come here, say, click this little plus button. You choose from one of these other elements that you have in here. If you wanted to, you can simply come down here and add another button. I think it's, where is it at? Did I miss the button? I'm obviously not seeing it here. Here we go. Just our button. So right now there's a button. You can simply change the color, do anything that you want on this one, and add, if you wanted to, you can add the phone number here. And if you wanted to, you can simply add a call button right here if you wanted to. So it's just that easy to sit back and create this and do this inside of the HighLevel platform. And all you're looking to do is just get them to have something presented where it's, it's good enough, and they see it and they go, wow, look, the images look good. The background looks good. This looks really nice and professional. It has a frequently asked questions module. You can always update that. Click on this and come over here to click on the list item, and you can simply just edit this on the page, whatever frequently asked questions. So you can easily go to other plumbers' websites, find what they have frequently asked questions, and then copy and paste that stuff onto this site. That would be very easy to do. So things like that, and you can have all of this email, the location. Do you see this little bracket down here? This right here is something specific with HighLevel, this location.email. This is a field that automatically gets pre-populated based upon the business email, phone number thing. So you don't have to do anything to that. That automatically gets populated. A lot of these other accounts, if you click on the Facebook page, you will have to come in here and set up a link. Where do you want the link to go for Facebook, Twitter, but you can do all of that later. You do not need to do this when you initially get it set up. All you need to do is put their logo up in here, get this, probably pick another template. This one might have an issue. I'm not sure about the logos here, but if you want to, just create that, and then when you're looking at it, all you have to do is come in here later and click and show them this on the Zoom video. You're like, okay, here's the website that I've got. Oh, and now the logo is showing up here on the preview. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but now you can have their logo here. Oh, wow, look at that scheduled appointment call. This is great. This is a great website. Look at that. The logo showing up here. Get a free price quote and all this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love this site. Yeah, this site is great. Yeah, I'd love to have it. Sure. Okay, great. Here's the deal. So I'm going to give you this site. And what we're going to do is I'm going to be maintaining this site for you. So if you ever need anything done, I'm going to sit back and be able to make any of the changes for you. And I'm going to charge you $97 a month for maintaining and hosting your site for you. Because keep in mind, if a business wants to host a website, that business is going to have to pay some other company to host it for them. Now, that could be anywhere from as cheap as, I've seen it really cheap, like $10, like on the very low, like super, super cheap end that you have to do a bunch of work yourself, to, even being up to $100 a month. For a done-for-you service where somebody can make all the changes for you and things like that. Well, why not have you be that person that they call? So all you have to do, again, sign up for HighLevel, use my affiliate link because you get all my bonuses in my training when you do that. So use the affiliate link, get set up, go through the training, one day for all the stuff in the training, and then the second day you could do some additional research, Googling over websites. I just want you to focus on websites, and then go here, choose a niche, and start calling the people and looking for people that do not have a website listed. Give them a call and say, hey, I'm just kind of curious. I saw your listing here, and it looks like you've been in business for 10 years, but you don't have a website. I was trying to find some additional information about your website, and I just didn't see anything. So right now, do you guys have a website? It's just not listed, or what's the deal with that? and that's going to get them involved. No, we don't really have a website. We've been looking to have a website built to have some more information about our services. Well, I tell you what, I work for small businesses, and I've built you a website that's really great that I would love to be able to just give to you. Would you have 15 minutes later on today, maybe after you start, you service all your clients, where we can have a Zoom call and I can show it to you? And if you like it, I'm going to give it to you. And that right there is your pitch. That's kind of all it is. It's just a nice, easy conversation, and it's just a numbers game. If one person doesn't like it, then no problem. Move on to the next person. Move on to the next person. But you can easily make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 phone calls in a day. Find one person that's going to say yes. That person's going to sign up and then pay for all of your high-level software before your trial even ends. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I hope the power of that makes sense, and just the fact that you can have an unlimited number of websites. Again, this is one of the things I love about high level. Unlimited number of contacts in your CRM, unlimited number of funnels, unlimited number of websites. All the websites can be hosted inside of high level for free. So again, if you don't like this one, if you want to build another one, then we come here and say, let me just, if that template didn't work out, let me come here and look at this one and go, let me look at this plumbing solutions one. This is another template that we have. So I'm going to continue with this one. I'm going to have them build this particular template. They're going to add this, and here it is to the main page. Boom. So you come here again, you come over here to that properties area. You simply click on this, choose the photo, for this one here. And again, I'm not exactly sure why this doesn't show in preview, but when we come here to do this, the DigiGlobal preview shows. So now you've got the services project team. If you go to projects, here it is, all these nice little projects that you can upload. And notice that look at all of this stuff right here. This is not a multi-page template here. If you come back to this right here is just, it doesn't have a whole lot of pages to it. One page here, so a couple of pages, and that's it. So this is not a whole lot to do. If the customer says, yes, you need to finish this, then this is not a whole lot that you need to sit back and do, but it looks very professional, and you can build off of it, and you can upload all of their information into here. All of their testimonials. Again, their testimonials, you simply come over here and look at these testimonials, and you come down here and you get them from these reviews. So right here is one of them. Great service. This is another one. So these are all the reviews that you can simply put on the website for you. So hopefully you found this very useful, very simplistic. That's the point of this, to be very simple, easy to simply get a high-level account for free. But it does take some initial training. It does take the understanding of knowing how to prospect and how to do all the things beyond just the basic stuff that I've covered in this training. But if you sign up for the free course, that does teach you everything that you need to know to sit back and to build a business where you can start getting monthly recurring revenue every single month. Now, you're going to start with this client for $97. But if you take a look here, not here, let me look over here at this other training course. So not only can you charge them $97 for the website, well, this website chat widget, if you take a look at this, I think we saw one of them here for this Kirkwood Plumbing. If we take a look at Kirkwood, notice that he had this little chat with me widget here, or connect with us. This right here is a little chat widget. And this is very useful to help get customers engaged on your website. Well, guess what? You get that in high level for free. Free, F-R-E-E. You heard me right, for free, with your $97 subscription. So your customer is paying for everything that you need, and whenever they sign up for your website, you can charge them. You can give them the website chat widget, build them a website, get it put up, and then put the website chat widget on it for free, if you wanted to. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would charge them an additional $97 a month just for this tool. Reputation management, another $97 a month to add reputation management on. Missed call text back. Not going to go into that. Another $97 a month. So did you hear what I just said? Already we've talked about 4 of these things. 97, 97, 97, 97. How much is that? I don't know. But I know it's, let's just call it 400 minus whatever that is. So just 390 or something like that. But for $390 a month, now you see that customer is you're charging them more, but you're giving them more value from high level. For that, this is how you can get in with a website and start building that revenue up to start getting $200, $400, $500 or more dollars per month from each client based upon the services I'm already telling you. I'm not even going to go into this database reactivation of how much money you could charge them for that. That's crazy. You'll have to take the course to see how much I'm telling you about charging people for database reactivation and what that even means and how that all works. But that's going to get them a ton of customers. It's going to sit back and give them a bunch of influx of revenue, and they're going to want to be able to pay for that. So hopefully that works. And if you sit back and just take a look at some of these things here, let me show you how easy this is. If you come into this particular new model, now keep in mind, remember this little new template that we built? We're going to come over here and go to settings. And from this, you see this right here? Do you see this little button that says chat widget? That's how hard it is to give them the chat widget. $97 a month. Cha-ching! More money. So that right there, that's all you have to do. And now at this particular point, you can scroll back out. That's all it takes to get this stuff set up. We're going to click save. We're going to then come back over here to the pages, click on the preview link for this. Once we preview it here, now we get this nice little chat widget down here. We can click on it here. Again, slide it over. That's all you have to do to turn this feature on. Another $97 a month. So now instead of $97 for that same client, if they want this feature, now it becomes like $190. $190 something a month. So you see how quickly and easily you can scale your business with this once the client gets involved with this. So I hope you found the video useful. Please get started here. Click on my link. You get all of my bonuses, all my training, and you get my support when you sign up under me as an affiliate. I'm here to help make sure that you're successful, that you're starting a software company, and that you get this thing set up the right way. So if you found this useful, click the like button. Leave me a comment here. You know YouTube loves it whenever you do that. I do appreciate your support. Thank you so much for your time here on this video today, and I wish you the best. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking to learn more about the GoHighlevel system, platform, and maybe you even want to start your own software as a service company, click on the description below. I offer a free course, and this course goes over all the things you would need to know regarding HighLevel. I even teach you 8 ways that you can make money with a HighLevel system with no experience, no tech skills, and no money out of pocket. Check out my link in the description below, and have a great day.